what time it is. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. You know what time it is. And we are live. Greetings to our loyal WFYL listeners around the world. Welcome back to your Philadelphia live stream, only on the Freedom Station. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in once again, because you still have the right to hear and the right to be heard. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike G. As always, with me are Philly Chris, not Russ the producer, and Liberty Lee. And you're listening to Mike G in the morning with The Law Matters. And you can listen to our program every Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern, only on the Freedom Station, WFYL. So let's be heard. I want to remind our listeners that you can participate in the free and open exchange of thoughts and ideas throughout the entire week by visiting MikeGinTheMorning.com. What's it called, Philly Chris?
MikeGinTheMorning.com.
CB, are you with us? No, he's not. Neither is Russ. CB, you there? Liberty, what's it called?
I think it's you and me, brother.
It is just you and I. Let's see if I get CB and Liberty. What's it called, CB?
MikeGinTheMorning.com.
There we go.
Beautiful. You sound beautiful. How about you, Liberty? What's it called?
MikeGinTheMorning.com.
There we go. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your barber, tell your Uncle Jerry. Don't tell Russ, the producer, but tell anybody who'll listen to check us out at MikeGinTheMorning.com. I also want to thank our listeners for tuning in and checking out our powerhouse lineup here at the Freedom Station. Kick off your mornings with Scott Adams. Bring you the Scott Adams Show weekdays from 9 a.m. until 11. We've got the
We're losing you, brother. The big announcement is that we're actually broadcasting from Mars, so we have a little bit of a delay.
The ride. Hit it, somebody other than Russ. You know what time it is. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Are we having freezing issues? Because I see some things in the comments saying, oh no.
There was a little bit, but you sound okay right now, so we'll see what happens, brother. You sound good.
Okay.
Testing.
All right. We certainly are live. We have had a busy week over here with the Mike G in the Morning program and getting things together to ensure that we got on the air this week with Russ, the producer, being out of town. Quite a bit in the news. I've seen a couple of stabbings that have come across my radar within the last couple of weeks. Have you seen those?
I've seen a few of them, Mike. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all crazy.
One of them was in New York, where that shopkeeper was attacked and ultimately stabbed the guy. And this other one was a fight, I believe it was in Australia. Guy got stabbed in the neck and bled to death in front of everybody.
Crazy.
Let's show a little love to the listeners who tuned in to check us out. I see Rita's in the house. Give her a hey now, Philly Chris.
Hey now, Rita. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now. What about Stacks Farmstead? I see he's in the house. Give him a hey now.
Ladies and gentlemen, farm.
Stacks Farmstead, hey now.
Stacks Farmstead, hey now.
All right. What about DG? DG's back.
And we have DG. Hey now.
DG, hey now. Len Larson's in the building.
Lenny Larson coming at you now. Hey now.
Hey now. Len Larson, fresh into getting his permit to carry, as they call it, in New Jersey, based upon the Supreme Court case.
Yeah.
And CB's here. Give him a hey now.
Special hey now to CB for setting all this up.
CB in the comments, now part of the program.
Yeah, we're looking pretty legit.
Essential
right
part of the program, might I add. I will say this. People are giving us trouble in the comments for getting off to a late start. It's not Russ the producer style late start, though, right?
That's right.
At least when we get this going, we've got this beautiful setup and everything like that. I happen to enjoy it.
We could probably still blame Russ, though.
It's certainly not an hour.
Right.
That works.
That's true. Good point. It wasn't 60 minutes.
With these stabbings that are coming through, you don't hear calls for knife control, do you? Because typically when somebody stabs somebody, the onus is on the human being. They say, what is wrong with that person? Why did that person do something like that? When you see somebody do something terrible with a bomb, they say that person's nuts.
Right.
Somebody runs somebody over the car, they say, wow, that person's crazy. Somebody does something with a gun, let's take everybody's guns away.
I say we propose common sense psychopath laws.
Well, if it were as simple as making laws. CB says Russ is putting voodoo spells on the program.
That's what
he
it
didn't
was,
want
man.
it to succeed.
He was trying to take the whole internet down tonight.
Yeah.
Nearly succeeded, but we busted right through.
Absolutely. A couple of aspects to these stabbings, though. First of all, you see something like this and you wonder, how can you avoid being in a situation like that? How could that not become you? I see far too many people, when they see people get in trouble, they see somebody get killed or somebody get arrested, they say, well, that would never happen to me. And that does nobody any good, because I can tell you that every case I've ever dealt with, no matter how horrible it was, they also thought it would never happen to them.
Right, of course.
So anybody who says that would never happen to me, they've got something in common with every single person who ends up being the headline in these horror stories.
Sure.
Because they too thought it could never happen to them. People usually don't stand around and say, oh yeah, I always thought it would happen to me. It was just a matter of time.
Right. Exactly.
So there's a learning experience for everybody who sees these kinds of incidents. One on the personal protection side and another on the legal side. I'd like to have Rich at some point to come on and talk about the one that took place over in New York with that shopkeeper. Because what it comes down to is, was there an immediate threat of death or serious bodily injury, right? And I don't think people seem to understand that. They say, well, of course he was scared. The guy came behind the counter and the guy was in his face and the guy slapped him. Of course he was in fear, but fear is not a justification, is it?
No, that's a good point.
And a lot of people make that mistake, don't they?
Yeah, this is why it's important to lawyer up and shut up. Right.
On a different note, I've got a question for our audience members. I want to get in here and maybe get a poll going.
Cool.
A little bit of an observation recently. And of course, we may get kicked off the air for this too, right?
Well, it's possible that almost anything these days could get us totally removed from the internet. Yeah.
Just about anybody. 99%.
I think we lost you there a little bit, Michael. What was that, brother?
Our topic.
I think we're losing you again, my friend.
I think we're back.
You're back. Yeah, there you are. And we're back.
Where did you leave off? We talked about the bathroom?
Past like 30 seconds, I think we missed. You right after the poll.
Did I talk about the bathroom yet or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you've got these old school unisex, non-gender specific bathrooms. Like they just have, the old days we used to just call it a bathroom, right? Now we've got to list every single gender that in order to make sure everybody feels good.
Sure.
On these bathrooms. But in the old days, they just say, hey, here's the bathroom. That's where you use the bathroom.
Yeah, go in and use the bathroom.
So when you've got one of those non-gender specific unisex bathrooms, we'll call it, and because they had one at the courthouse, the debate comes whether you leave the seat up when you're finished or whether you bring it back down. And I've heard many women over the years say, oh, if you put it up, you should put it back down. So I don't think they understand what they're getting themselves into, personally.
Right.
I think they want us to put it back down. You want me on that line. You need me on that line. You want me to put the seat down. You need me to put the seat down. No, or leave it up, rather.
Right.
I think the reason is that the next guy who comes in, if you put it back down, may not be so courteous as to lift it up to begin with.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And as soon as you started saying that, I was thinking that because I've seen that, I don't know how many times, but too many times. Yeah.
Many individuals are far too lazy to do that. And then the next woman who comes in, the seat will be covered in urine.
Yeah. I don't understand. It
think?
almost has to be intentional. Sometimes you walk in there and you're like, how is that an accident? There's no way that was an accident.
It's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's more in the seat than in the bowl. So.
They're like doing laps over there, right?
Right. You're right. Like, what are you doing?
I wonder what everybody else thinks about this, because I've heard women almost reprimand people saying, if you put it up, you really need to put it back down. But I don't think that they have the full deck of cards there. So I'm going to throw a poll over here. But... Should we divide it first? Should we ask women specifically and men specifically?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That would
I like that. I'm gonna
stratify the data. Let's stratify the data. I'm going to break that. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike is preparing another poll on the Mike G in the Morning Show. Hey now.
All right, men. Should you leave the seat up after you're finished? And we'll figure out what the results are over here. Everybody better participate in this.
This is something else you generally won't hear about on the mainstream media. So,
highly scientific. That's right. The deep state is suppressing this kind of a conversation.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
I want to hear what everybody has to say. This is a scientific poll we're taking here.
Yeah.
And this research is going to impact generations to come. Let's see. Okay, we're at yes right now. We're at yes. People are on the yes side, or at least the men who are in the audience, they're on the yes side. You leave it up after you're finished. And that's your vote as well?
Yes, I voted, and I would agree with that, based on my observations in over 50 years on the planet using public restrooms. Yeah.
All right. So while the men are voting over here, one of the men says no.
Oh, yeah?
Contrarian. Let's put it back down.
Was it somebody identifying as a man, maybe? Or?
Let's while we're waiting on the results over here, why don't we bring in Liberty and have Liberty tell us her take? We'll get the female perspective.
Hello?
You're on the air. What's on your mind?
Hello. I think that if you are with all men, then I guess I can see, because I've recently learned from a chat with Billy, Chris, and Mike in a parking lot, that men...
And we routinely hang out in parking lots talking about the way we urinate, right?
Yeah, we had a meetup. We had a green screen meetup. And so we had a chat about this. It's very, very serious chat. And I found out new news to me, 2-week-old news, that when men enter, some men don't put up the toilet when they use the restroom. And I had no idea. Like, they wouldn't put up the seat, not the toilet, the seat. Yeah. So I was like, what? So if they're going to do that, then I can see your point. But if they're going to, if you're living with somebody and, you're the opposite sex living together.
That is not what we're asking. That's not what we're asking. We're talking about in a public restroom.
Oh, public.
That is available to.
Oh, so if it's all men,
males and females, then
that
is not the question. The question is very specific, Liberty. You have to listen.
There's no more just male bathrooms anyway.
Wait, what?
No, what I'm saying is that if it's a bathroom where either men or women can use it.
Oh.
And it's public. Those are the two criteria.
Okay, so as a woman, we would have to take that extra effort to put it back down. So you would. And yes. Well,
you use your foot.
Well, it's hard to talk about this without getting into specifics, guys.
You got to use your foot.
I hope you.
No, I would never use my foot.
No.
Well, I only use my foot to flush it.
Oh.
Well, you should be using your foot to bring the seat back down.
I don't like touching
anything.
I
use my feet for all of it.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't like to touch anything in a public restroom.
We're getting more votes over here. It's really neck and neck.
Yeah, let's see what the
It's
poll
really
is.
neck and neck among the men.
Wow,
The men says
surprised,
he always
actually.
uses his foot. Using your foot is the smart move, I think.
Yeah.
No, I can't explain how I do it. I do it different than other people. I think it's I can't explain it on air.
Well, you certainly don't use your foot.
Yeah, Denise has a good point. Just don't go. Like, hold it as long as you can. Like, probably meaning don't go to public
that's
restrooms,
pretty
which
much
which
what
I
you have to
try.
Oh, you know,
I try,
sometimes it's
Yeah.
no good for you either, from what I hear. All right, the poll has ended. The yeses for leaving it up barely won. So now we have to poll the females. And I'm sure Russ, the producer, is crying that he missed this riveting
I'm
conversation.
sure he is. Yeah.
Len
He
Larson
would have enjoyed
said-
this one. Actually.
Philly Chris is a foot wiper.
Hey, could somebody, since Russ, the producer, is not in our presence, Philly Chris, can you go ahead and do your best Russ, the producer impersonation, giving a take on this one?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean, Mike? I don't go to the bathroom ever.
I try my best not to use the bathroom in public.
Hold on, I'm in the bathroom now.
I eat so much cheese that it just plugs everything in.
After my cheese pizza.
So you did a men vote. Are you going to do a female vote?
Okay, ladies. And I guess I have to be more specific with the question.
Yeah. I got confused. I thought you meant in general, are we leaving the toilet seat up or down? So you're specifically saying in a public restroom that men or women are using, should you leave it up or down?
Right.
In a public unisex restroom, right? I guess that's the best way to put it.
Probably the most important thing we talked about on the show since the inception
Ladies,
of the show.
should men leave the seat up in a public
Jeez,
unisex
It's a really
restroom?
tough one.
Here we
I'm
go.
just gonna be honest.
Here we go.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, Len says I urinate in the trash can. So
Talking about Russ.
No, I never really thought of it. Because I like going to a women's only restroom.
oh, we've got a hard and fast no so far among the women. Don't leave it up. I'm telling you,
They must see this
you
too,
don't
though.
know what you don't
know
know
what?
what you're getting yourselves into.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Mine's a hard no too, and I thought of it why.
Don't leave it up.
I don't want to see what's under that seat ever.
Oh, that's a good point. But you're certainly going to have nowhere to sit. Should you leave that seat down? Should we bring that seat back down?
I have an answer to that, but I can't say it on air, so it is what it is. There's a way.
Come on, throw it out there.
Horrendous.
There's a way around it.
Yeah.
Okay, Randy says I use my foot in work to put it up, down, and flushing. I work with some nasty mustard lovers. There you go.
That's the problem. It's all the mustard lovers.
Way too much TMI going on in a woman's bathroom, says DG. I want to know what she meant by that.
What'd she
Yeah,
say?
we got to get more information on that.
I think I
Her
agree.
experiences in the women's bathroom have been less than pleasant. It sounds like.
I don't know. When you go to certain unisex bathrooms, I've seen.
It looks like we've won somebody over on the leaving it up, Chris. Somebody knows what's good for them.
Now we're talking.
This is highly controversial.
Definitely. We're trying
Oh,
to.
Randy,
We talk about guns and the death penalty and abortion nonstop on this program. This is the most controversial issue we've ever tackled.
Randy has a funny one, guys. Read his comment, Chris.
I literally just did.
Oh, the one about me
Out
being a
loud.
foot wiper? Yeah.
Oh.
It took me years to get that
Up
flexible.
there.
I didn't hear you read that one, Mike.
I didn't read that one.
Oh.
I guess there's another one.
Is there another one? I can't see.
Moving too quickly.
I'll read it. I used my.
Yes, I absolutely did
Oh.
read that one out loud.
He works with some nasty mustard lovers. I did not hear that.
Appreciate you being here.
Woo!
Liberty's world, we're just living in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to close the poll.
All right.
Those are going to have it. So
Last
if you want to
chance on
vote
the
yes,
poll.
you better get it in real quick.
Last chance. Last call. for
I
the
hear you,
poll.
Denise.
All right, poll is closed. So the men just barely. It seems like we're the minority position on this, Philly Chris, because the men just barely said yes, leave it up, and the women said no, don't leave it up.
I'm a little surprised by that, though. Yeah. But I guess when you're the one doing it, you just kind of assume other people are like-minded with it. But I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll have to
we
hit
got
the
lots of
streets on
fans.
this one.
Lots of fans of urine-filled seats around
You'll
here.
have to send me out on the streets. I'll do a Philly Chris on the street episode, and I'll just ask random people on the street.
So I got the pre-preview.
Maybe we're not the minority approach. Maybe our audience is the minority
that
approach.
may be.
Did you guys explain why Philly Chris and Mike?
I think we did touch on it a little bit, right?
Didn't I just do the Jack Nicholson Liberty? Have you been?
You did break out a little bit for maybe we missed that part. Did you do
Oh.
something with Jack Nicholson? Do it again.
I didn't hear that.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
No.
No,
Yeah, I do get it.
Wow.
I want to hear it though.
I would
This is
re-say it. I
incredible.
didn't hear
I
I
heard
it.
was saying
Christopher
that I was
Walken,
saying
like-
that the women who don't want us to leave the seat up simply don't know. Well, they don't know. I don't want to say they don't know what's good for them, but it's almost like Jack Nicholson. You want me on that line. You
But-
need me.
But we're not men, so we don't understand it.
You can't handle the truth.
I didn't know what you were talking
You don't have
about.
to be a man to see a seat filled with
What are
women
you,
when you walk
Liberty?
in, right?
What are you, Liberty?
I'm an alien. No.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Yeah. Basically, some men don't put the toilet seat up. That's the bottom line, right?
Mm.
Which I didn't know that until today.
Apparently, the deep state is suppressing my Jack Nicholson lines over here.
In real time, brother.
Yeah, they
Their
don't.
technology is getting way better.
They don't want people to hear this information.
No, I mean it's something that probably should be suppressed. You know.
Good deal. So I think we do have the opportunity to add people in
Mm.
using this new studio.
Awesome.
So what I'm going to do, we may have a very special guest come in here in the room with me this evening,
Very cool.
waiting for an update on that.
Okay.
And somebody who will be a great interview to have. So I'm going to post the link in the chat over here.
hmm
And if you click on that, you'll
mean
enter
there's
into a
someone
waiting
there
room.
There's someone physically like in the green room outside the studio right
There-
now waiting to come in.
Yes, there's somebody in the green room in the
Yeah.
studio.
All right.
Don't know if they're going to come on, though.
I hope so.
Stack says, as an electrician at construction big sites, Porta Johns are unisex, and I can tell you, never touch the seat.
Hey, Stax, isn't it the black wire you always put in your mouth, right? When you get out the work?
Put the black wire in. Let's see who wants to join. Who wants to get in on the seat up or down conversation on the air? Who wants
Do
to
we
talk
have
about it in real time? Because apparently people have very strong feelings about this,
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
strong
yeah.
opinions.
I would imagine they would one way or the other, you know. Probably becomes quite the habit, you know.
I'm getting a phone call right now. Of course, it's from a friend or family member. While
Answer
I'm on
it.
the air.
You have to answer it
No,
then.
I
Answer it live.
no, thank you.
Okay.
This person knows better.
Okay. Well, that'd be even better though, because then you can put them right on the spot. Say you're live on the air on the Mike G in the Morning Show.
Liberty, if we have any updates with the guest, you can just let me know on the air. That's fine. Unmute yourself and let yourself in to
Okay,
let us know about the guest.
Hi guys. So we do have guests that would like to join you. I got word, so
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
We'll do it live.
Well,
All righty, we'll do it live. Any takers on the toilet? seat
So,
conversation?
do you want me to let the person know that they can come on, or
Oh, did I just hear I'm scared?
What's going on there? Who is it?
We have a
I'm
very
very excited
special
about
guest.
quiet guys? Let me know when.
All right, we'll do it live.
Give me the high sign. Let me know when. I'll send them in.
Okay. Let's see if we get one. Let's try to take a guest to talk about this seat conversation. I don't want to let this go to waste because
Mhm.
there's far too much to this.
No, I mean I think it's important.
We
that
got one
we're
person on to
figuring
talk
this
about
out.
this. There's a bunch of chickens, a bunch of telephone snowflakes.
Yeah. It'll,
People got strong opinions in the comment section. Nobody wants to come on and join.
yeah.
You're able to see that link, right?
Oh, right. In the
Absolutely.
does that allow them to join?
Yeah, you
live through
click that
YouTube?
link.
Oh,
You
okay.
click that link.
Yeah.
You will be put into the waiting room, the virtual waiting room.
The virtual waiting room.
It doesn't beam you up and send you into the real waiting room like our guests
Okay.
who are physically over here right now.
All right. Hopefully somebody will try it out. Try it out, somebody.
Try it out.
Try it out.
Give it a shot.
Welcome to the show. Welcome.
All right. Everybody's striking out over here. So, Liberty, why don't we get our guests to come on in, and we can do a little bit of an interview over here.
10-4.
If anyone is camera shy, just turn up the camera in the waiting room.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good option. I'm excited about this.
Oh,
guest.
hold on.
Yeah.
We got
Okay.
CB's going to join in.
All right, yeah. Good.
And hold on, Liberty.
All right.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now, CB.
Hey now. I'm
Hey
cooking
now.
right now.
10-4.
I just want people to see how it works. You know, you have an option. You can come on with the camera on or off
That's
if you're
fantastic.
shy.
Mhm.
But yeah, join the panel. Hey now.
That's some
CB,
Italian sausage
the
just going on over
producer.
there?
That's right.
Wow.
You didn't know that CB was a Puerto Rican Italian.
No, I didn't know that. I'm happy about it, though.
CB the producer. That was an excellent tutorial, by the way. Excellent tutorial, and it looks good. You're gonna invite me over one of these days.
We should do a cooking episode with
A cooking episode, cooking with CB.
Today on the show, we have cooking with CB.
Mindy went in but wimped out. I
Mm.
need you to unwimp out.
Come on,
I
Mindy.
need you to come back in,
Just
and
come
we
on
can
back
talk
in.
briefly.
We
We'll
don't
get you
bite.
on. We'll talk about how tough can it be? We're talking about toilet seats. I'm not going to ask you about foreign policy or anything.
It's one of the best episodes to come on live because it can't get any worse, really.
Well, what do you think about Aleppo? You remember that? The guy who's running for president? What's
Yeah.
Aleppo?
Aleppo, yeah.
Gary Johnson, I think it was.
Mm.
All right, so Mindy's going to pop back in.
All
Click the
right.
link. We'll get Mindy on. Talk a little bit about Hey Now.
Hey now, Mindy.
Mindy, hey now.
Hey now.
Just click the link. We'll get you on. We'll talk a little bit about toilet seats.
Mm-hmm.
Susan is probably pulling her hair out of her head right now.
They might
Russ
get-
is gone for 1 week.
Right, 1 week. And you guys.
So do you want me to send them in or wait?
Well, we had a listener who had popped in and popped back out, and if we let them get off the hook, that would be unacceptable for the
Totally
Mike G in the Morning
unacceptable.
program. So Mindy's got to come back on.
Don't let us down, Mindy.
Don't let us down.
Mindy.
And Mindy's another female perspective rounded out because I gave my take, you gave your take,
Right.
Liberty gave her take.
That's
So
a
now
good
we
point,
need one
too,
more
yeah.
female perspective to round it out
Definitely need some
Whether-
details from Mindy.
as to whether the seats should remain up or down in a
Mhm.
public unisex restroom.
Oh, and CB saying you can have multiple people on the panel, so I guess multiple people could come in too.
Sure,
Let's
we sure
test
can.
out the technology.
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
test it out. Why not? Hey now.
Is Mindy continuing to whip out?
Hmm.
We're not going to let you live this down, Mindy.
Come on, Mindy. We're waiting for you. Everybody encourage Mindy in the comments.
That's right. Everybody in the
Yeah,
comments needs
yeah.
to encourage Mindy to come on and talk about toilet seats.
Come on back.
See, Mindy did herself in when she told us that she came in and wimped out. I don't
Right.
think any of us may have noticed.
Wouldn't have known.
See, Rita says, I never touch a toilet seat in a public restroom. That is wise.
Yeah. How are
Imagine
the
what's on those
bathrooms
things.
in the courthouses, Mike?
Depending which courthouse and depending which floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
You
Okay.
start to learn, okay, stay away from this floor.
Right.
Oh, the worst is on the day when you got all the criminal cases. and
Uh-huh.
people are getting called for trial and everything like that because all
Yeah.
these criminal defendants are sick to their stomachs.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Awful,
I didn't think
awful.
about that. Yeah.
awful. Just go to
That's-
like the we got Mindy over here.
You got Mindy? All right.
We got not only Mindy, we've got Stax Farmstead. We're gonna have a
Nice.
panel. We're
Hey,
gonna have
look
a
at
toilet
this.
seat battle. Stax Farmstead, how you doing?
What's up,
Hey, what's
Stax?
up, man?
Are you on the farmstead over there?
It's outside. Looking
We
pretty
got him
good,
over
man.
here. You on the
I'm
farm?
I'm doing my patrol. You can see the chickens out here.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
man.
amazing. That's amazing.
I-
That's real red-blooded American stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was woods, last year. We opened all that up back in there. And now it's all crops and, it's a lot of work, but, we're getting there.
That's so cool. Beautiful.
That is really amazing. How's your family doing?
Everybody's really good. Hope in particular is doing great. I mean, she's exceeded expectations by far. So, I mean, I can't even explain it because it's that type of stuff is very touch and go. And when they checked on her, there's a little bar, like a 1 to 10 on their abilities, like whatever they're capable of doing, what they're not capable of doing. And she excelled in every category. And even the doctor or the nurses that they sent were like, we can't believe it. We've never seen this before.
That's amazing.
That's
That's
good to hear.
amazing. Thank
Yeah.
God. We had a lot of prayers from our listeners. Everybody was really rooting for you guys and praying for you. And that's really great news.
Yeah.
Stat, you got to come on. We got to have you on as a dedicated program, because for those of us who don't know, he's got an incredible life story. I'm waiting for the book to come out someday, and then the Lifetime movie, right? Who's going to play you in the movie?
I don't know. I mean, some people say Brad Pitt should, but I don't,
I think that would be a good selection.
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So what's your take on the toilet seat thing? I know you said you don't touch toilet seats at all.
Well, I mean, let's just, for real, I don't want to touch it if it's a public bathroom, right? I mean,
right.
I don't know what they were doing in there. It's a unisex bathroom to begin with. And, construction field, right? Don't, you Porta-Johns, they're unisex. Don't touch anything.
Gotcha. So if it's down, just leave it down.
It's permanently down. Like you're not going
permanently down.
There's a very good chance no one's picking it up ever.
That's unfortunate for the ladies, though, isn't it? Because it's not going to stay squeaky.
They're
clean.
They're not going in there, Mike. There ain't no way.
Gotcha. They're better off. They're better off finding a place over in the woods, like you got behind you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if they get really lucky, every once in a while, the general contractors will be nice enough to get a woman dedicated bathroom, which the truth is that's very nice of them, but because these things are disgusting. But that happens so few and far in between on these big jobs that they just have to hold it, I guess.
Oh, Mike froze up a little bit there. So tell us more about where you're walking around there, Stacks. Looks beautiful.
This is like the you can see that.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Yeah.
The power line behind me.
Okay, cool.
It's actually really kind
of. Now with your,
I'm hoping you're not getting. Can you see the?
Oh yeah. Is it a deer stand or something for the kids?
We call it a deer stand, but I like to refer to it as sort of an Overwatch position, considering the way of the world.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Because the entrance is down there, and it's a hill, and it goes down like a mountain.
Right.
And that's one way in, one way out. So
awesome, cool. How many acres you have up there? It looks pretty sizable.
Well, it's attached to close to 40. We only bought 3, but we're going to try to parcel more and more pieces out of it. Cool. I got the 3 for a really good price, and we were kind of lucky. The guy that owns the other 40 is like a very well-off person, so he's really hard to get a hold of because we've tried. But
Mike,
I think once. What's that?
It's Mike, isn't it?
It might be.
Undisclosed location in parts unknown.
Sorry, I just blew it.
Well, back to the urination talk, guys. Yeah. So, hey, Liberty, didn't you have a story where your grandmother knew somebody who would have a method for when they were going on long trips in the car in the old days? Is Liberty getting shy?
I think so.
I can tell the story because she told me this once.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Liberty had grandma knew somebody, I don't know if it was family member or something, but when they would go on long drives, they would bring rolls of paper towels. And this is a woman, bring rolls of paper towels and urinate onto the roll of paper towels, and it would just absorb everything all up. And that would
really
that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of creative, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's commitment into not using a bathroom,
I ain't stopping for nothing.
Well, it's got to be better than going into one of those porta potties.
Yeah, maybe that was the only thing that's around, right?
Right.
You gotta have one of those dads who's like, I'm not stopping for nobody,
Here's some paper towels.
I think the truckers will tell you that that's why they keep the empty water jugs in their vehicles.
Right.
They're not stopping either.
Right. Hey,
Liberty wants to tell the story. I think we got her back. Liberty, did I tell the story correctly?
Oh yes, you did. I was just letting you know to let me back in because I X'd out by mistake. That was good.
It was spot on. I didn't leave out any details about urination into paper towel rolls.
I got word actually that was correct. My mom is actually listening to this, and she confirmed that is the correct version.
Okay, yeah,
That's
good
awesome.
deal. So I've got my facts.
Hi, Liberty's mom.
We got Liberty's mom. We got Stag. Wait, the
I
party's
actually-
on.
She says hello, everybody. She says hello, Stack.
All right, now we got to bring Mindy in to round out the panel. Okay.
Oh yeah, come on back, Mindy.
Mindy chose to mute herself. It's not letting us unmute her, so Mindy has to choose to click the unmute button. Mindy, you're on the Mike G in the Morning program. What's on your mind? Give her
Hey
a
there. Hey now.
now. Give Mindy a hey
Nothing's
now.
on
Philly
my
Chris.
mind.
Give a hey now. Give a hey now, Philly Chris.
Hey now. Welcome to the show.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Can you hear me?
Mindy, we
Yeah.
can absolutely hear you, Mindy.
Sounds good.
So why don't you weigh in on this conversation? First
Oh,
of all,
okay.
what were you so frightened about? We don't bite. We're nice over here.
Well, speak for yourself, Mike.
I'm not frightened.
Oh, okay. You said you wimped out on the comments. You said you came in the first time and you wimped out.
Because yeah, there was nobody there, so I figured I'd just go out. So
Oh, okay. Well,
I missed part of the conversation.
Oh, well, that's even better because we haven't poisoned your mind in terms of the seat up or seat down debate that we've got going on here. So, what are your thoughts on
Well,
this? We need another perspective.
You loser.
Well, I live with 3 guys, so there's a seat up or seat down thing.
Yeah. What's your experience then? Is it better seat up or
You
seat
still there?
down? Yeah, we've got you.
I think it's coming and going a little bit.
We lost Mindy.
Keeps fading in and out. It's fading in and out.
Okay. Well, you're with us, so you have the floor. Go ahead and tell us your thoughts about the seat up or seat down.
I don't really have an opinion on it because I live with 3 guys, so I'm outnumbered.
Oh, so no matter which one you prefer, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, right? I still got to wipe something up, so.
Oh, that is certainly a perspective that we had not gotten from anybody in the comments. See how great it is that you popped in over here.
So the only thing I ask is that you put the seat down at night.
Oh, that's
It's
a
an
good
interesting point.
That's a good point. And I don't want to speak for you, but why would you say that's important?
Have you ever sat on the seat with the seat up?
I can't say that I have, but I can imagine it wouldn't be too comfortable.
Yeah, in the middle of the night when you're half asleep, it's even less comfortable.
I've done it on purpose a few times, but I don't want to talk about that.
I'm sure you have.
Oh, that's the go-to April Fool's joke, right?
Right.
That's like grandma fall in the toilet.
I'm gonna blame that on you.
We should have Stacks go inside and show us if his toilet seat is up or down right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can pretty much guarantee you it's probably up.
That's because you can go outside.
Right.
You can go outside, and that's what the guys do sometimes. They can be right beside the bathroom and just walk out the back door and go out and take a leak in the backyard.
Are you for real? So what
it's
county?
down.
It's down.
It's completely down.
It's down.
Right.
And he's using his hands. He's using his hands.
See, we just confirmed everything on the Mike G in the Morning
So,
show.
Mindy, you just brought something up that I'm not totally familiar with. You said that many times guys will just go right outside. I don't want to pinpoint you and dox you or anything like that. What general area are we talking about here? Is this, Western Pennsylvania, Central Pennsylvania?
Carlisle area.
Carlisle area, guys going outside, really?
Yeah. We have a backyard with a fence, so.
Still, that's not something that being in New York, you're not too familiar with. You do that out there, you're very likely to be charged. Well, at least back in my day, they would charge you and they'd slap tags on you, and you'd have to go register and show your picture to everybody in the neighborhood for the rest of your life because you exposed yourself. Now today, they've got the leftists who are in charge over in New York, and you can just do whatever you want. So you'll see all kinds of people peeing in the streets over there these days.
Yeah.
Well, it's legal now, right?
Go out to California. Yeah.
I've heard a
California
few-
was ridiculous.
I've heard a few guys say that they want to own land in a place where they can pee off their back porch
Right.
as their descriptor. Like that's where they were looking to get at.
But they were saying that because that it would insinuate that they have so much land that nobody
Right.
else would see them urinating
Yes,
off their back porch,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let's hope. Yeah.
Hey, I want to live in an apartment building where I got neighbors on all sides and pee out the window.
You know what? I have an argument too that it's actually green. It could be part of the Green New Deal. You're not using any
Right.
water, right? It's very
Right.
environmentally friendly. It's good for the environment. They say it's good for your garden too. A buddy of mine up in New Hampshire has a farm. Tells me it's good to do that in the garden. Keeps deer away, right? You might know about
Yeah,
that.
remind me not to eat those zucchinis you brought over the other day.
Can I interrupt really quick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike?
go
No,
ahead.
no, no.
Mike and Chris, my mom actually, I got her on, so she wants to tell her take on the bathroom.
I'm
Oh,
rendering
very
in.
good.
I'm rendering in.
Liberty's mom.
Very good. Liberty's
Go
mom. Hey now.
All
Give her
right,
hey
so-
now.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
Hands
now.
down, hands down, literally. Common courtesy, respect. Seat goes down at all times.
Oh,
You shouldn't be using your foot. The last person in there hasn't washed their hands yet, so they're on their way out. So it's no problem for them to put the seat down, go and wash your hands. The person coming in isn't ready to wash hands, so they have to touch the seat. So just common courtesy, seat goes down. It's respect. It makes sense, and there shouldn't be anything with your feet in the bathroom.
Now you know where I get my hard
Okay.
lines from.
But here's the
Yes,
thing,
mother.
and I understand where you're coming from, and that take makes sense. But from my perspective, you got to look at this practically speaking, right? I'm a realist, and the fact of the matter is, there are animals out there who are going to urinate, men, without lifting the seat when they come into that restroom if you've already put it down. So we're just saving you from the animals by leaving it up. That's my take.
Well, maybe we should ask
In a
Liberty's
perfect
mom.
world,
I
in a
have more
perfect
faith.
world,
I have more faith in our American men here out of respect than that.
well, that's fair. A very optimistic view of the world.
Very
Hey,
true.
you know what? In Trump's America, that would have been correct.
Trump's America.
But ever since Biden came into office, people are peeing all over the seats.
Right.
You got Mindy's friends peeing in the backyard.
Everyone who came into this world came in through a mom. So, out of respect for mom, seat down, boys.
Okay,
Right
that
on.
worked. That
Right
worked.
on.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
I
change
think
our
it
ways
was
now.
certainly Biden who left the seat up in the middle of the night for you, Mindy. Don't you? That was definitely Biden's fault.
Oh, yep, yep.
All right.
That's funny.
You know, I'm having more fun talking about this than any political discussion we've had.
I know, right? We might as well just do this every week. We'll probably get more viewers anyway.
If anybody else has any topics along these lines that are pure gold and entertaining, feel free to pipe in with them. Oh, DG had an excellent comment a few lines up. I wanted to read that in, but the comments are really moving. This is really getting people going, this conversation. DG says, I once had a female patient blame her infection, we'll call it, right? Can you say STD on the air?
I think you can. Yeah, I think so. It's a medical term.
I think so, right?
Right.
Blame her infection on a toilet seat. What was she doing on that seat?
Yikes.
You'd really have to be working it, right?
Must have been a gold toilet.
It's a family
Yeah.
friendly show. This is a family show. This is a
Yeah.
family show.
This is hilarious. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I think we're going to bring in these new guests from the green room. Stex, thanks so much for popping in. We appreciate it. And let's schedule you to come on the program and have a real long form interview. If
Yeah.
you've got a couple hours, I'd like to devote a couple hours to your story.
Yeah, no problem, Mike. Whenever you want, buddy.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Good
All right,
seeing you,
buddy.
Jax.
All right. Mindy, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time to come on and add your perspective.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
All right.
Pleasure was all ours.
All right. We've got another audio. We've got a very special guest who's going to be joining us. Liberty, why don't you bring them on in? All right.
Oh, check this out.
But you done? Oh, Lana goes first. Okay. Come on over here. Come on over with Uncle Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lana from what's the name of your YouTube channel?
LB Explorers.
LB Explorers. So what do they need to do, first of all, for the Mike in the Morning program?
Don't forget to hit that like button.
And what do they do? What do they do with the subscribe button? Which do they do with that?
Hulk smash it.
Hulk smash it. Hulk smash it. You know, Lon, this is my goddaughter, Lon. Lon, you know, I told the story about us watching wrestling on the air last week. Did you know that? Was that a lot of fun watching wrestling?
Yeah.
Were you a little concerned about watching wrestling at first?
Yes.
So what changed your mind?
Because when I watched it, Uncle Mike told me that they were just faking it and they weren't actually touching each other.
You know, for a long time, when I was growing up, I thought wrestling was real. But I'm very honest with my goddaughter. She's a very, very intelligent young woman. And so we had a serious conversation about that. And she found it to be incredibly entertaining. Who's your favorite wrestler, Lon?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. Did Uncle Mike get you an Andre the Giant shirt?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got matching Andre the Giant shirts.
Nice.
Are we going to watch wrestling tonight when we're finished with this?
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. So why don't you tell our listeners and our audience members about the LB Explorers channel?
So I do singing.
And talk right into the microphone and over here, okay?
So I do singing, dancing, and in one video I did juggling. And I have so much fun doing it. And my next video, I'm thinking about having my brother Ben in it.
Speaking of your brother Ben, why don't you pop off for just a second over here, Lon? I'm going to have your brother Ben over
I want
here.
to see your
Don't go
juggles
anywhere
sometime.
just yet. Ben, why don't you come over here with Uncle Mike, okay? All right.
There we go. What's up, Ben?
Ben, say hello to the whole world.
Hi.
This is my godson, Ben. Ben, do you like wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like watching wrestling with Uncle Mike? So why don't you tell everybody how old you are?
5.
5 years old. So that means that you have a wife and kids and a job, right? No. You didn't get a job yet?
No.
What's taking you so long?
Come on already.
You gotta. I think we got to start looking for a job for you, so that way you can start contributing to the bills. What do you think?
No.
No, why not? You don't have any marketable skills right now?
No.
No.
I'm sure he does. He's gotta have-
Of course you do. I think you would be excellent with a pickaxe. What do you think? We'll get you a construction gig? No. Okay. So you certainly drive, though, right? You drive?
What kind of
No,
car does
why
he
not?
have?
Because I don't.
Oh, okay. I think you're fibbing, though, because somebody told
I'm
me,
not fibbing.
Ben, somebody told me that you drive a boat. Is that correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
You do drive a boat,
Yeah,
don't
and
you?
I drive a fake car.
In a fake car?
Yeah.
What did you do with Uncle Mike on the boat yesterday?
Walk.
Walk?
I mean, drive the boat.
You drove the boat. And so what's your new name then?
Captain Bond.
oh, there we
Captain
go.
Ben. All right.
Captain.
Tell everybody hi, Ben, and then we'll have Lon Ben come back on, okay? Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, come here. I want you to say into the microphone, MikeGinthemorning.com.
MikeGinthemorning.com.
Very good,
Wow,
Ben.
nice.
Very good. All right, Lon, why don't we have you back on here, okay? All right. So, Lon, how old are you?
7.
And she is 7 years of age. So that means that you certainly have a job, right?
No.
No. What is
Good job.
what is wrong with the kids these days?
But I
know.
have one special job, which is
Talk-
taking care of my brother.
Taking care of your brother. That's a
That's
very
very nice.
important job. And you do very well in school, right?
Yeah.
And who's the smartest girl in the whole wide world?
Me.
Oh, that's correct. That is correct. You're doing excellent so far.
What was her channel again? CB was asking so he could put it up in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Tell them the
Yeah,
name of your
yeah.
channel one more time.
It's LB Explorers.
LB Explorers. L
Like the letter
as in
L, B.
Letter L, the letter B. Kind of like the pizza place in Brooklyn. L and
Oh,
B.
there we go.
LB Explorers. Lana Ben Explorers. So what's going on with your hand over there?
So Today I was doing
Sorry, the mic, sweetie.
So today I was doing the monkey bars, and I got 2 giant calluses
Wow.
on
Uh-oh.
my hands.
Oh,
Let me see it. We're going to show them on camera.
Yeah, that's never fun.
Wow, you're tough.
Wow.
You're tough. You got to see Lon on the monkey bars.
She's pretty
She's
good on there?
incredible. He does American Ninja Warrior style things
Get
on
outta
these
here.
monkey bars. She's the strongest young lady I've ever met.
Wow. Was Uncle Mike doing it too, Lonnie? You can tell us. Is he doing the monkey bars as well? Oh, super cute. We lost you again, Mike, for a second there, brother. Give him a second to come on back. There you go. Coming back, I think. I'll give them a second, but boy, what an episode, huh?
Okay, so
there you are. You're
Lon's
back.
going to tell her story. Yesterday,
Okay.
what happened?
So yesterday I met this boy named Captain Jake. He was really nice, and he let me and my brother drive the boat. And at the end, when we were done driving it, he let us beep the horn, and that was so much fun.
You were an excellent boat driver. You know that?
Yeah.
So now you're Captain Lon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that again?
Yeah.
That was fantastic. So you like watching Uncle Mike and Philly Chris on the radio?
Yeah.
And you like the show? You're a fan of the program?
Yes.
And so what website should people visit?
I'll be explorers.
LB Explorers. I was thinking MikeGinthemorning.com.
That was perfect.
LB Explorers is good, though.
Right.
What should people do to that subscribe button?
Hulk smash it.
Hulk smash that
Hulk.
subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Lon. Let's give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us, sweetie.
Round of
Are you gonna
applause.
come- are you going to come back on the program again?
Yeah.
That was fun?
Mm.
Okay, I'll see you when we're done, okay?
All right.
Good job. For those of us just tuning in, you're listening to Mike G in the Morning with The Law Matters, only on the Freedom Station, WFYL. Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
It's the most fun
She's-
I've had in a while, Mike.
She is much like her godfather, right?
Yeah,
What's-
that was pretty good.
which channel should they watch? Mine, of course.
Right. Oh, that's
She
good
is great.
stuff. Yeah.
Stack says,
Very
clip that
good.
for a commercial. We will certainly do that.
Mm.
They're great kids. It's a blessing to have them in my life.
Mm.
And it's a blessing to watch. He says, CB says, Hulk smash the like button.
Hulk
If you're new to the
smash.
show, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell and share. That is correct. Go ahead and do that.
Mhm.
You could Hulk Hogan smash the like button and the subscribe button. Although she's a fan of Andre the Giant, and we're probably going to watch the old Andre versus Hulk match later this
that'll be good.
evening,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
which will be a lot of fun.
Mm.
And Chris, you got to meet our special guests
I did.
yesterday, did you not?
I did. It was wonderful to meet Liberty's mom for the first time and the kids and everything. Yeah, hanging out. Thank
And
you
why
so much
don't you
again for-
tell everybody why we got together yesterday? Why did we have Mike G and Liberty's mom and my god kids all in the same place yesterday?
I'm not sure. Why did we do
Oh, you're trying to forget it already?
that?
Look at
What
this
was that
guy.
about? No, it was my birthday.
It was
My birthday.
somebody's birthday.
Thank you
It's
very much.
Billy
for
Chris's
yes,
birthday
yes.
yesterday.
officially
Woo!
in my 60s now.
Billy Chris is an
Wonderful, yeah.
old time friend.
I know, it's crazy.
No,
It's
you're not in your 60s.
No, I'm just kidding.
I will
Just being
say,
funny.
Philly Chris and I are both July babies,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
we have similar personalities in some ways.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, there might be something to all that. I don't know a lot
believe
about
in,
the
no, I don't
astrological
believe in
stuff.
astrology.
Yeah, I don't know
But
enough about
I'm just
it.
saying, like, there's
Yeah.
something about like our personalities are similar. I just
Right,
feel like
we are
that.
very similar. Yeah, there could be something.
There is
Yeah.
something to that.
I mean, we're exactly the same, but totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah,
You see
you just
certain
don't wanna be like me.
characteristics in people who were born around the same time. I don't know what it is. It seems ridiculous when you think about it, right?
Well, I guess if there is some sort of alignment thing with all the
Mindy's
energy
was
fields
Sunday.
and the-
Mindy's was Sunday,
Oh,
so
so
Mindy
Mindy's
is in there right with you guys.
Oh, really? Okay, all right,
Yeah.
Mindy.
Right.
Maybe Mindy's got a lot in common with you folks too.
Tell us about some of your characteristics, Mindy, and we'll see if they line
Yes.
up with Liberty and myself.
I
I
can
know
say
the one word that the two of you are always using
what
to
word?
describe yourselves.
I know
Oh.
what I
If
know. What
Mindy
it is.
says it, Mindy says it, then
Let's
it's
see. Yeah. Right. I think I know.
Begins with the letter
E.
E.
Right.
I was gonna
Okay.
say,
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
No,
But-
we're all on the same page.
but I
Yeah.
changed it to an S.
An
Did you?
S.
Yeah, because should I say it? Are we allowed to say it?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna give Mindy the opportunity.
Yeah, let's
to,
give Mindy a chance. Yeah.
what word would describe? I'm putting Mindy on the spot a couple of times this evening, right? Mindy's like, I
We
did
have,
like
yes.
that show until they made me do half the work.
That was pretty cool having Stacks
did-
on. He was walking around the farm.
I know, Stack.
Yeah, I
That
do
was
like this
awesome,
new
yeah.
setup. I
And we
think
gotta-
that the people in our audience would agree that it's worth the wait, although we
Yeah.
got on, I think, about 10 minutes
I
late.
wonder what Russ is going to do going forward.
I think he's working at a deli or something.
Right. No, just kidding. We love
Okay,
Russ.
okay. Mindy says her husband says she's says brutally honest. But
Oh,
that's-
well, that's probably
that's-
opposite of
yeah,
that
that's
characteristic, right?
Okay. That could be slightly
So-
different. Although
So
you're
what
pretty
characteristic?
open.
Uh,
though.
So why don't you
Maybe,
guys tell the word I was thinking of is empath that I always hear.
Mhm.
And the
The
word
two
I
of
was
you.
saying instead of empath, because that's kind of getting into a little bit of the new age. A lot of people use that. It's just become a thing.
Well, isn't
but
it just
I use-
isn't it just a variation of empathy? The
yeah,
root word
it's
of
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
That's what I say empathetic instead of empath. This whole thing, like, but I like say spirit of discernment. But I know specifically the personality,
spirit of
and I can
discernment.
describe it. No, hold on. I know the person. I could describe, but I'll let Philly Chris go first.
Repeat that, Liberty. What do you want me to describe? I'm sorry. I was reading CB's
I
comments
think
and
Mike
laughing
was saying
internally.
like describe the personality traits that are similar, but I
Mhm.
think I can pretty much sum it up. But you say it.
Yeah. Like you and I, you mean?
You and I.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mindy.
Yeah, talk about what that means to be an empath.
You, I, and possibly Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people say it to me, and I feel like, we kind of can pick up on other people's emotions and feel their emotions and sense it and
Mhm.
sort of have a good feeling of their current mindset, and what's going on in their head a little bit, And we're both completely 100% telepathic, which we haven't announced yet on the air, but no, just kidding. Yeah, but it's sort of like this extra sense.
Doesn't
if
that
you will.
put you in a
Yeah.
bad position to put that out there, though? Because as somebody who's around you,
Right?
now knowing that you believe that you know everything I'm thinking and everything.
And I wouldn't
Right.
say it like that. It's just more like a sense, and that's
You
why I'm
get a
saying
feeling
it's
of what I'm
it's
saying?
not,
That's
it's
not
not
it,
like
yeah.
always right either. It's
You
like,
get a sense.
but I always felt like everybody's that way. Like sometimes
Mm.
I'll say to people,
They're not.
like we've had conversations like this where maybe there'll be a group of us and be like, gee, it seems like so-and-so is having a really bad day. And they'll be like, why? What do you mean? And then later you talk to that person and they were having like a bad day. You know what I mean, Liberty? It's like you can pick up on their,
I think there's two. I have seen people with a completely opposite personality of Chris
So-
and I, where they are not reading the room at all.
yeah,
And they don't even mean to. They're not even paying attention to other people. They could care less. It's not like they could care less. They're just not picking up on others' emotions.
don't
I
pick up
actually
on
do
it,
not
yeah.
like it. I find it a draining personality, but I
Can be.
literally can't help it. I can feel.
Well, what
I
I'm
can
saying is
feel
that
what
if
other
you've
people
got
are
that
feeling.
sense and you do something that's really irritating, it's like they knew I wouldn't like that.
Say that again, Mike. What do you mean?
Because if you're saying that you're really in tune with, the way other people are
No.
going to respond to certain things, the way they feel, if you do something that's irritating, it's almost like,
No.
well, then they must have done it on purpose. 'cause
No,
they knew
no.
I wouldn't like it.
No, you don't go around like saying I can read that. It's nothing like
Yeah.
that. It's more of like you just get a feeling. I don't know if we're just naturally reading people's body language or it's just like something going on where you can just feel other people's
Do
emotions.
you feel that way ever, Mike?
Oh, so
where
Mindy
you
does
just
have
say-
similar.
Oh, okay.
attention to
ESP for
detail,
sure.
sometimes
yeah,
too
okay,
much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to it, and everybody's different.
If
know.
Philly and Chris and I were like at a table and like there was other people around me, I would say, "You go ahead." Like if I sensed Philly Chris was like getting frustrated or want, like I would sense as much like, "You go ahead," and he would say, "You go ahead, Liberty." I'd say, "No,
Yeah, right.
you go ahead." Like we could go
No.
back and forth like that in a loop, and we'd never get anything done.
We've probably done that, I think. Yeah.
I think we
I just assumed everybody was like that, but I was reading an article a few months ago. I might have mentioned this on the air, I forget, but where some people don't have an inner dialogue, which I find fascinating.
wow.
Like, is there anybody in the comments who doesn't like where they don't have the ability to think to themselves? Like, you know how you can talk to yourself? Like, you guys can do that right in your head. Like, you might have thoughts and you can sort of, you don't hear your voice, but you are thinking with your voice in a way. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Some
and,
people don't have that.
Really.
Yeah, like if they're not doing a task, supposedly they make really good employees because if they're not doing something, they're sort of not there, which is fascinating to them.
I think of certain very strange words in Russian instead of in English.
Say that again.
Wow.
In Russian? Yeah.
Certain words will like if I see something, the
Right.
Russian word will pop into my head instead of the English word.
That's from
and
all
it's
your
really
Kremlin you're
ridiculous,
telling us,
like
so-
random objects, like violin and sour cream and stuff like that. Like I don't know why.
How do you say violin in Russian?
Sklivka, and then
Hmm.
sour cream is smetana.
Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, which is weird. Or singer is one of them that
Mhm.
often comes into my head in Russian. Is Pievitz. I don't.
How much?
I don't,
Like, could you hold a full conversation still in Russian right now? Like, if,
I wouldn't say a full conversation. I
yeah.
had somebody at a seminar come over to me, and I kind of read the accent, and I said, "Where you from?" And he's like, "Bucks County." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not what I mean."
not that Bucks County.
So he's like, "Oh, Russian." And
Hmm.
so I said to him in Russian, I said, I studied Russian language in school a long time ago in the state in New York when I was in high school, and
That was that secret society you were part of, or something.
and I forgot it. I said but I forgot so much of it because I never get to speak to anybody else in Russian.
Sure.
And I said, so now my Russian's really bad, and he said, no, your Russian's pretty good.
Mhm.
All of this happening in Russian. When somebody doesn't know that I can do at least that much,
Yeah.
kind of freaks them out. I did it
Yeah.
on the phone with Rich, and I were talking to a client one time, and we go through the full consult, and then I asked the guy in Russian, "Do you speak Russian?" And he said, "Of course." And Rich and I start speaking Russian. He had not known.
Rich can speak Russian too.
No. I was
Oh.
talking to the client. I asked
Right.
the client if he spoke Russian, so I started speaking the client in Russian, and Rich is on the other end. And he said that he put himself on mute because his wife was in the room, and he said, "What the hell is going on?" He said, "Mike's speaking in Russian right now."
That's awesome, man. Well, it must be really cool if you're in a situation where there's people around you speaking it, and then they have no idea
Yeah.
that you understand.
Oh, they
Has
they
that ever
never
happened?
have any idea because I don't look Russian.
No. Yeah.
I've never
Maybe a
been,
little bit.
I've never been mistaken for being
Yeah.
Russian. There's other nationalities
Yeah.
I've been mistaken for.
Which ones?
Most often Hispanic.
Oh yeah.
Native American.
Okay.
Liberty's heard some good ones. I think Native American, Hispanic.
Hmm.
I think I got Egyptian one time. Oh, and Ashkenazi Jew. This one guy asked me if I was Ashkenazi Jew.
Okay.
And my grandma, my step grandma, was Ashkenazi Jew.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
familiar with the culture.
What percentage Italian? You're mostly Italian. Like almost what? Like got me like 90% or something, right?
Yeah, I don't want to pull Elizabeth Warren or anything like that, and
Why
start
not?
talking about my Japanese.
sure.
But,
You're
because
American
it's
Indian,
so-
you're telling us?
What's that?
You're American Indian?
No. No, I'm just a very small percentage of something else, and I
Right,
don't
right.
want to bring it up and
Mhm.
have people say, "Oh, you're so," it's a small percentage. But I
Sure.
also I'm not claiming scholarships based on it or anything.
Yeah, well, I
like
would hope not. Yeah,
that. So.
that's funny.
Mindy says we met you a while back at a U.S. Law Shield event in Carlisle. You didn't speak Russian. Well, nobody asked me to speak Russian. I didn't do the seminars in Russian.
You should start doing that just right in the middle of the seminar, or take a call in the middle and like in Russian, and then pretend like it never happened. People will be like, "What just happened?"
And Stevie says, "Mike, you Puerto Rican?" I get that a lot. You know what was pretty funny is a friend of mine bought me a hat with the flag of Texas when they went on a trip, and I had just transferred schools, and I was wearing the Texas hat, and this was in New York. And one of the guys on the baseball team, so, "Gee, what nationality are you? Puerto Rican, and what else?" I said, "Puerto Rican." I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Italian. And he was like, "I thought I saw you wearing the Puerto Rican flag on a hat." And I was like, "That's the Texas flag, dude."
So much for our educational system. You know.
Grew up around a lot of Puerto Rican people, though,
Mm.
because the 5 boroughs. It's
I
very
have
common.
Fair number of international friends, and a lot of them have been here, a good portion of their life in the U.S. And I often ask them what language they dream in, and a lot of them still dream in their native languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you really know you understand the language. I've only had a handful of dreams in Russian over.
Oh,
the
have
years
you?
when
Okay.
when it was really involved in it and everything.
That's pretty cool.
years
Were they
ago.
like really cool dreams? Like, can you share them with us?
Oh, well, we used to watch Russian movies too. And
Oh,
those
well.
are, I'll tell you, some of the most amazing stuff I've seen were in the old Russian movies.
Mm.
They used to, for like war movies, this is before special effects,
Mhm.
they'd basically build a town and burn it
Mhm.
down
Yeah, right.
in order to get these scenes and get these shots.
Sure.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah, it's
They
amazing
made
how much.
some really good stuff.
Hmm.
But they also had all that propaganda and everything, the Boganet that we were talking about.
Oh yeah, the
all
Boganet,
those
yeah.
propaganda posters.
Sure. Yeah, I remember that.
I encourage everybody to look through that.
Hmm. Heck yeah.
Minnie says, asks if do I know Suk Smith? Absolutely. I was just talking to Suk on the phone yesterday and
Who's that?
invited Suk on the program. So hopefully she takes me up on that offer. We actually talked about, she's a martial arts instructor, doing a
cool.
video. She said she'd give us a private lesson.
Hmm.
But and then I was thinking about it, and I think Brian Harper also said that.
Mm.
So we can't leave Brian out. It's got to be something where. How much fun would that be if we got me, you, Russ, and Liberty?
Sounds exciting.
We'll bring CB with us. We'll go down to a dojo and get a lesson from Brian and Sue.
We have to do that. It'd be a
Oh
good time
my
to do that
gosh.
too. Yeah,
Have Brian put us through some knife fighting
Yes.
training.
definitely need that.
Knife
Even though I keep calling it knife fighting, and he told the very first thing he said when he was on our program is it's not knife fighting.
Can we use swords, like Viking sword?
I hope so.
Viking sword training.
Yeah.
Oh, Minnie says they have class during the show, and we'll have to make a special episode. I think the video is probably the way to go. Then
Absolutely. Yeah,
we'll
you got
go
to stop
down there,
working.
we'll do a
like,
lesson.
got to stop working like 80 hours a week so we can do some of these videos. Mike.
It'll be fun. We'll figure out time on a weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
8 hours a week. That sounds more like Russ. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Do. Had to do it.
Now that you have
No,
Rich
no.
on board.
He said 80 hours a week.
Yeah, 80.
Oh, I thought he was
Yeah.
making a joke.
Eight
No.
zero.
I know how much Mike is out there working. For
I
his
thought he
family.
was saying like wink, wink, 8 hours. Right.
right.
Okay.
No,
Someday.
I don't work. I wish I worked 8 hours a day. Are you kidding?
Yeah, right. I think I've seen you work like 26 hours in a day.
I would take 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
If I could cap it at that.
It was like that day we were together, I think, for a seminar, and then you got the emergency call, and then we were downtown.
Oh, yeah,
at the
that was like 2
hospital.
a.m., yeah.
It was like you worked like 3 days. In
3
12
a.m.
hours,
Yeah. That was nuts. That was a crazy story, though.
It was. It was. I'm glad the guy was all right. Yeah.
What happened was,
What happened was,
I want to talk about something that's important and interesting, because it's 2:00 in the morning and the police tell this guy's wife that they're going to be coming to the house and they're going to be searching the house. And the husband was involved in a critical incident. And I said, you do not let them in without a warrant. You don't consent to any searches. You do not let them in without a warrant. I'm on the way.
Mhm.
And the police showed up and they said, hey, can we come take a look around inside? And she said, my attorney said that you can't come in without a warrant. I'm going to get him on the phone, get me on the phone. And they said, well, just let us in because the warrant's on the way. We're going to have a warrant.
Of course it is.
And then he said the warrant's on the way. Can I let him in? I said, absolutely not. You don't let nobody in without a warrant.
Almost worked.
Say it out loud. I don't consent to any searches. I don't consent to any searches.
Yeah. I remember that
And
night.
so
That
she
was
says it.
crazy.
And then so they say, okay, well, we were just going to wait and the warrant's going to show up. And they just stayed down there. The light's still going
Mhm.
right at the bottom of her stairs. And by the time we got there, they were no longer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was no warrant. The imaginary warrant that was on the way. It's like kind of like the deadbeat. The check is in the mail, right?
Yeah. You mean they
The
lied?
check is in the mail.
Yeah. They lied?
Yeah, there was no
Surprising.
warrant.
Yeah, no warrant. Yeah, I remember you being on the phone multiple times, and they didn't leave her alone. They were really persistent. Yeah.
That was wild.
Took good
CB
care
says,
of
no
your
way,
client.
no warrant. If they do have one, make sure it's signed by a judge.
Mhm.
Oh. Saw some weird news pop up.
What happened?
Donald Trump's ex-wife passed.
Oh.
Ivanka, not
Marla
Ivana Trump.
Maples.
Ivana
Oh,
Trump.
Oh.
Ivana Trump dead at 73.
Oh, wow. That's too bad.
Wow.
How old's Trump now? Do we know?
Well, oh gosh, is he 80?
I don't think so, is it?
No.
83?
Is
No,
he?
I thought Biden was.
Trump is not 83.
No, he's in his, I thought he was like 77 or something.
70? No, 78. How old is Biden, guys?
187.
Yeah, because Trump is like a couple
76
years
it
younger
looks
than
like.
him. He's
Looks
a
like-
couple years younger than him. All we have to do is Google it. We're like guessing.
Yeah, I just did it.
We'll do a poll.
I'll try for 76 years old. June 14th, 2022, he turned 76. So there we have it. 76. He looks pretty good.
76.
Looks a lot
Yeah.
younger than,
And so
than the other
Biden
guy.
is like 78, I think, or something. I don't know. Wow, 73. I mean, that's young, guys. In our, in our day and age, that's young.
Sure.
Biden age.
That just
79.
popped up on a feed there.
79. Yeah, it popped up in a feed. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it.
CB knew 76. Shout out again to CB. Things are
And Biden
Going
is
pretty well.
78, guys.
78.
Oh,
Okay.
and the
so
other
you're pretty close.
strange news that I saw was that a woman was like in the hospital from picking up a dollar that had fentanyl.
Oh,
on
I
it.
saw
Like,
that.
oh my gosh,
Yeah, I saw that. I almost wonder if that's like intentional somehow, or
that's
like,
scary.
what's that all about? Yeah. Well, you hear these horror stories of the EMTs and the police like responding to scenes and getting just contact.
Just a
Yeah,
little bit.
so
That's
it's-
scary that that's floating around. Be careful in Philly, Chris.
Yeah, well, if I see any dollar
In
bills,
Kensington, I mean, you're in Kensington, like getting
I'll
footage.
I'll still pick them up. I'll rub them all over my face and everything. See what happens. Yeah.
Philly,
It makes you want to get some of that. What's that stuff? The spray they use, the Narcan. I might have to try to get some of that because sometimes I'm in those areas and I've actually thought, gee, I wonder if this person.
they give you that when they give you a certain medication after like a surgical procedure. They give you those.
Legitimately,
things.
I'm going to try to get some.
Yeah.
I have family members in the medical field, so I'll have to reach out about that. It would be good to have because I am in the city so much. We got to play some of that footage. I'll have to work on that. Maybe I can talk to CB if CB's interested in
That
doing
footage
that.
was so scary. I saw a preview of it, Chris. Like I couldn't even watch it.
Well, in the past few weeks, I've seen things that are just like beyond what I was even expecting to see, and not much shocks me anymore. But the stuff going on over there now is even worse.
Do you think we need a warning before we play that?
I don't know. Some of it, maybe. I don't know if we could. There's some of it I don't think we could play actually.
I agree.
Yeah. What happened to the live link? Len is saying is it not working.
Oh no.
Is it not working? Can we share it again? Oh yeah, maybe to join the stream. I think Len means.
All right,
Maybe
we'll
CB
have him
could
on,
share
and
it.
then
Who put that live link up?
I think CB did, right?
Okay, because I
Or
didn't
is that
see
you,
it.
Mike?
it might be.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like is Len Larson going to join in?
I hope
think
so.
I
That
think
would be
so.
great.
There it is. Come on. Join the show, Len. Hey now.
I just shared it again. We'll have Len on and call it a night.
If we keep doing this on the new platform, we should just post that all over the place so people can join randomly.
Now you guys have
Mindy
no
says
choice.
I heard they suspect Ivana may have fallen down some stairs.
Oh, that's horrible.
Fallen
Aw.
down steps. But that
Okay.
sounds like the old cover story, doesn't it? Like, yeah, he fell down some stairs.
Could be. Yeah, that happens a lot, though. Yeah, it doesn't take much when you hit a certain level of maturity.
I got the.
Don't feel
link
any
going
pressure,
again.
folks, but get on the live stream. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, join the show.
No pressure, because I feel bad, Rita. I don't want to think that I'm pressuring you.
Yeah, no pressure.
Oh, we had two excellent guests.
We'd
First
love
time
to have
guests.
you guys on.
It's hilarious. I love the tour of the farm.
Right? That was so
It
cool.
was great. And then you went inside and we even got to see the bathroom.
I love that.
Creepy
You don't know if the
guy.
toilet seat was up or down, though. Okay.
And it was down. He thought it would be up, so he's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great appearance.
Who's
Glad
next? Say that in your voice, Philly Chris. Who's next?
Ladies and gentlemen, who will be next on the Mike G in the Morning Show? Join us live now. Click on the link.
Now do it in the other voice.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the program.
I like both of them. Wait, Len Larson said, "Can start the camera." Does he mean can't start the camera?
Oh, maybe.
Or can?
Have trouble. Maybe
CB
audio only is okay.
CB retracted a message.
Jeremy
Not
says,
again.
"Where were the Clintons when this happened?"
Important question, but maybe we shouldn't even ask it.
Mindy's going to give us a tour of the gardens. She assures us that nobody pees in them.
Oh, come on. You'll have to have us over then.
So
No.
okay, so Len said he cannot start the camera.
Oh,
CB, can you give him directions or so? Well, you can come on without the camera, Len.
Yeah.
Right? Can you join without a camera if somebody
I
doesn't
hope
want
so.
their face
Give
on?
it a shot. I wonder what's going on.
CB is technically savvy, Len. If you do right what's going
Yeah.
on, he might be able to walk you through it if you're that committed.
We need an update on the sausages too at some point. Maybe CB can join back in.
Yeah, that's right. The sausage.
Oh, Mindy said no. Come on, Mindy.
All
Maybe in this
right.
case, no means yes.
Why don't we work towards getting Lynn on next week? Because I think that this was a smashing success.
Yes.
And Bo, do you want to give him one more chance? Because CB said you can click the link and you can join without the cam. You don't need the cam on.
Yeah,
So
try it
Len-
real quick. See what happens.
Len, give us a hey now if you're going to try. If not,
Hey now.
Oh, so, remember last week we were talking about the handshaking stories. Remember that?
Refresh my memory on that one.
We were talking about who's the most famous person you've ever shaken hands
Oh,
with.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And Rita says, I thought about telling you about when I met Pat Riley
Mm.
and also Michael Constantine. Those would be good ones.
Mm-hmm. And who was yours, Mike? Your most famous person, other than your uncle? How about you, Liberty?
remember I said that I knocked into Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
that's
not
right.
say sorry.
You like bumped into him?
Yeah.
Knock him over, maybe.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
a piece of
think
work. I just saw some new video they released of him on the day of the whole tragic shooting event on the
Oh, no.
set there of Rust, right? Where the sheriff was talking to him or something. They were asking him to come down the station.
Hmm.
So,
Wait,
We got
who else?
Len says,
Anybody-
Len was in and then he was out. I don't think we can get it to work.
jumped in. now.
Aw. Meow, meow, meow.
Mhm.
CB says, see if I can pin it.
Oh, pin it.
Philly Chris and Mike
That is-
G are
that
the
is
most famous
insane.
people I've ever met.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Philly Chris and Mike G. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh my god.
How do you pin it? Put user in timeout. I don't know how to pin something.
Pin it.
Anybody else? This is your last chance. It's 8:38 Eastern.
Next week. Met Pat Riley at a Motley Crue concert. Please tell us that story next week. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool to hear.
Pat
that.
Riley at a Motley Crue. All right. So next week we got Rita and Len, who have confirmed to join the program.
Mhm.
Do Scott Perry and Ken Matthews count? Yes. Yeah, they definitely count. Ken's a good guy. Jeremy, I can come on and tell my story of accidentally being elected to Republican committee if you want. Yes, we've got 3 solid guests.
Oh my gosh,
for
that's
next week.
hilarious.
Mhm.
3 solid guests. We've got
Accident-
Jeremy,
Do it.
Len, and Rita all
Hey
coming
now.
on next
I
week. all
do
right?
want to say, how do you accidentally get elected, Jeremy?
Yeah, I
I
wanna
really do want
hear
it. That's a
about that,
cliffhanger
yeah.
story. I do want to hear that.
Yeah. All right. So that is all we've got. I don't want to give the regular outro because
Mhm.
we're not going into We the People at this point. Russ is
Mhm.
not going to be cutting it up and
Okay.
doing it that way.
Okay.
So do you have any ideas for a special new outro?
Maybe we should just do a special thank you to CB for making all this possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Special thank you to CB and the Sausages.
Sounds like a band.
It's a band, right? CB
Ladies and
the
gentlemen, next
Sausages.
week on the show live, CB and the Sausages.
CB and the Sausages.
Go to MikeGMorning.com, smash that like button.
They're
Oh.
they're a Hootie and the Blowfish cover band.
Right,
So
right.
CB and the Sausages.
Mhm.
Yes, you're gonna get us copyright.
Oh, sorry.
Let's ask everybody if they know that song.
Once There was this
Does
hose.
anybody know Crash Test Dummies? The name of the song is, how would you pronounce it?
I forget, what is the name of that song?
It's all just the M's.
It's
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Does anybody know the Crash Test Dummies song?
Got into an accident and couldn't go.
It's pretty good.
We need another
It's
jam
pretty good.
session.
Len
yeah.
knows the song.
Yeah.
Len knows the song.
Thank you, Mindy.
Yes,
Thank you very
Sarita
much
knows
for
the
being
song
here.
too. Everybody knows that song.
It's a good song.
I knew
It's a
Mindy
great
was going
song.
to thank us. I knew Mindy was going to thank us.
I love the chorus.
Randy says he
breakout.
met Triple H and he turned out to be a jerk. That's heartbreaking.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
he was just being kayfabe, like trying to play the character because he's a bad guy.
I hate those stories when there's somebody you really like and then they turn out to be like a jerk in real life. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I walked by Lil Wayne.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I used to work for a sound company and
Mhm.
we put on a show for Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm on the show. Call him
How
up.
small was he?
And I talked to Taylor. I talked to Taylor Swift's manager. That's all I remember.
Oh, okay.
How small was Little Wayne?
I don't remember. I was just nervous about the sound stuff. I just remember walking by and knowing.
I was on the set with Steve Carell.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
You saw me. I
Nice.
was in the. I'm walking by in the trailer in Date Night.
Yeah.
You know about that? Did I ever show you that?
Oh, you did show me that. Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't you do something with the girl from the Charlie's Angels?
Lucy Liu. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So when I would come home for brief periods during the summer or during Christmas break when I was playing college ball, I'd want to make a few extra bucks. So I'd always pop in and be an extra in movies.
Hmm.
There's like 4 or 5 movies floating around out there where
We should get those
You'll
clips
see
and
me
put
in
them
the
together.
background.
Yeah. There
Well,
goes my
if you
kid.
look at the Date Night trailer, I clearly walk by wearing a camo shirt, big guy, long hair.
We got to play that.
And the way they set me up, it was like right by the phone booth. It's like a phone booth scene. It was
Okay.
right by the phone booth. So for hours and hours at night,
Mm.
action. And
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to try to get those clips. Throw them together for fun on the air, right, Liberty?
That would be really cool,
It'd
actually.
be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
We need another jam session, too.
Yeah, because I just put in the comments, because that's the chorus of
We just had a bunch of people join. How
You know,
about
when they go from to the ahs, that's the most miraculous part of that song.
that? Yeah, he's got a cool voice. I
No,
used to
no, the
listen to that.
chorus, Billy Chris.
Oh, yeah.
The chorus.
Glenn
when
says Wayne wasn't small, he was little.
Good point. Good point.
yeah, that's one of my favorite choruses in a song ever.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
great.
amazing.
I
Like,
wish-
not the
I just wish
ms,
it were
the
longer.
ahs.
I could listen to that song for like an hour in a row.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
It's really, really good.
We'll just have it play on repeat while we have a cigar next time.
And
Wait,
Stevie
oh,
wants to
she
come
said
in.
Liberty's
Stevie's
yawning.
popping
I
in.
was
He
like,
wants to
"No,
sing.
Hello, somebody want to tell you something.
Yo! Who's this?
That's my son.
Oh, cool. Nice
What's
shirt.
your name,
What are you
sir?
watching?
You're on the Mike G in the Morning program.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
son.
how
You're on
cute.
TV.
Check it out.
Give him a hey now.
Hey now.
Say hey now.
Hey
Hey
now.
now.
Hey now. What's
What's
your
your
name, young man?
Tell me your name.
Angelo Scheckler.
Angelo.
What's up,
Very
Angelo?
cool name.
Hi,
You got-
Angelo.
he's
Hi.
got a little bit of Italian in you?
He does.
And he does.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
What's your
great.
favorite YouTube channel?
Mike
What is it?
G in the morning.
That is my kind of guy.
Yeah.
That is my kind of guy. So I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you the same question that I ask all of our other guests. What do you do for a living?
Wait, what?
What do you do for a living?
I play games.
You
That's
play
awesome.
games?
He wants a
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Well,
that chair
You
that you got
certainly
there.
have
That's pretty
some.
cool.
You certainly have some excellent guidance there. You
Mhm.
have a professional living with you. That's great.
I'm
So
like,
how,
I'm
old, how old are you? 22, 23?
8.
Hey! You
Aw.
look very mature for your age.
Yeah. I wouldn't
So
charge you.
8, that's around the time that you get a driver's license, right?
I know.
No.
18.
Oh, 18. I'm sorry. I forgot.
I'm not
But you-
18 years old. At 18, driver's license you get.
Oh,
No,
okay. But
in Pennsylvania, I think
18 's that
16.
you have
16,
a
yeah.
If you're 8, then you certainly have a wife and kids by now, right?
You need. Never mind that. You need a haircut. I just noticed that. On
He's got the Mike G haircut. That's okay.
He has the Mike G haircut.
He's got the
Mike
Shave
Mike
it
G
off,
haircut.
man. Shave it off.
All right. Say bye, Angela.
Bye.
What's your
Bye,
favorite
Angela.
channel again?
Thanks for joining
Your
us.
YouTube channel?
Mike G in the morning.
Yeah.
.com.
Aw.
Hey now.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Yeah.
Angela.
See you, Angela. Peace out.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great evening. We love you all. Russ, the producer, is never coming back again.
Enjoy your vacation, Russ.
Enjoy your vacation, Russ.
Peace and love, everybody.
Enjoy your vacation.
Peace and love. Good show. It was fun.